Hi and welcome back to another Amazon selling video. My name is Nikki Kirk and I've been selling on Amazon for 3 years, doing retail arbitrage, selling on Amazon, all from this RV. I have sourced in, I think it's 44 or 45 states now, and we are headed on to a new state where I've never sourced, so that'll be exciting. So if you're familiar with my channel, then you know that I have ungating guides, and one of the questions I get asked a lot is just the process of the ungating. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the process. It is not the entire easy step-by-step process that is in the guides, and the guides do include the wholesalers. You don't ever have to have sold a single thing and you can get ungated. You can get as a new seller, brand new right out the gate, you can definitely get ungated if that is what you want to do. My guides are helping new sellers just like you get ungated today, so definitely check that out if that's of interest. And today I'm just going to walk you through after you've already got your invoice. So you have to get the invoice, and that is really where my guides come in handy because they're telling you how to do it, how to set up your account, how to order, all of that. But once you have your invoice, here's where the video comes in. Now, when I first started selling, I was gated in everything, just like you are. I was gated in grocery, I was gated in beauty, I was gated in topical, I was gated in toys, Star Wars, all that kind of stuff, Lego, the big toys that make so much money, I couldn't sell them. Then when I learned how to get ungated for grocery, I still didn't order. I waited and dragged my feet for a couple more months because I just couldn't justify spending that $200. I thought it would have been a waste of money, but lo and behold, once I finally did spend the $200 on the minimum order to get ungated in grocery, just grocery, I was kicking myself for waiting so long. And I've had other members of the group say the same thing, like they waited too long or it was the best money they've spent. As with everything in life, you kind of have to learn by doing it, but I will just, if you want to listen to my advice, I really regret not getting ungated, and that was just in grocery so much sooner. So the great thing is that my guide, actually for $200, you're not just buying 10 units of grocery, you are buying 10 units of all different categories and brands, and you're getting ungated in 8 to 12 different categories and brands just by one $200 order. When I did it, I got one item, 10 of them, and I had to get to that $200 threshold. I have learned over the years, and that's why I wrote the guide, to really help you get the most out of your money and get ungated in so many things. And toy, I have members in the toy group getting ungated in the toy category and all the big brands for $250 to $400. So that is another resource if you want it. But I just wanted to share how much things have gotten better for all you new sellers, because it really, really has. So really quickly, here are the categories that you could get ungated in: personal safety and household, topical, OTC, grocery, baby topical, feminine hygiene, brands like Adidas. So you'll buy something from Adidas and now you can sell Adidas clothing and Adidas shoes. And then also brands like Dove, Colgate, Crest, all of those really great money makers when you find them. I was selling Crest as of last month, so I mean, it's really worth it, just that one. Okay, so you've got your invoice. Now you go to the Amazon listing for the item that you have on your invoice and you hit apply to sell. So I always use pawns because I can't sell pawns and I know it's going to be gated, and that's why. So you will go here, you would add the item you want to sell, pawns, apply to sell, and it's going to say you need to request approval for the pawns brand, and you just go ahead and click that. And now here's where it's asking for your invoices. If you're applying for the brand, it's probably not going to ask for photos or any special documents. If you're applying for OTC or feminine hygiene, it's going to ask you for a document. My guides tell you how to get that document. Another question that comes up is how do I get the brand letter? You don't actually need a brand letter. It's either one. So if you have an invoice, you are good to go. So I'm going to say I have an invoice. It has to be dated 180 days. Now, if you're in another country, your dates are going to look different than we do ours in the US. So if yours is like that, it's totally fine. You just want to make sure you spell it out for Amazon. I tell all the members of my group, you really have to dumb it down, like you're talking to a first grader. Explain everything, write it all out in the comment section, make sure they know you bought 12 of the item. 1 dozen means 12. You really got to dumb it down for them so that you'll get approved quickly and hopefully on the first try. So here's the date for if I was applying today. It has to be 180 days out, so April 5th. Include your name and it must match the information on your seller account. It has to match your information on your seller account, your legal information, not your storefront name, unless it happens to be your legal name. It has to be matching. Billing address, everything has to match. Now you can ship your order wherever you want, but the billing address has to match. And this is key. You guys, I did this wrong. I messed up my first time, and luckily the supplier helped me out and they fixed my invoice for me. But you guys, if you do this wrong, it is really difficult, so you want to make sure you get it right. The name and the address needs to be on there of the distributor or manufacturer, and that is because it's a legit invoice that you're getting and they have their information on there. Combined purchase of 10 units. So it has to be 10 of the item. Most often you're gonna have to buy 12 because they sell them in dozens, but it has to be 10 at least. Now, if the supplier is selling them in cases and each case is 12, you don't have to buy 12 or 10 cases. You can just buy one case of 12 units. If your listing is for an individual item, you need 10 of that item. If your listing is for a double pack, you're gonna need 20 of that item. So that's just really how it's broken down. And then it says you can omit the pricing information and all that. I never really do because I don't really care if they see it or not, but you can white it out if you want or whatever. So you just check all these boxes. You would select here and drop the PDF. I highly recommend pushing it to a PDF, and you just attach a PDF of your invoice. Oh, I forgot the biggest part. It can't be a store receipt. It has to be a legit invoice from a distributor or manufacturer or supplier. So if you're getting my guide, you're getting a legit invoice. You are buying it legitimately. Like, everything is on the up and up. So you would do the invoice there. Here in the comments is where I'm telling you to dumb it down. So if your invoice says 1 case, and you know a case is a dozen, you need to write it out for them. 1 case equals 12. 12 in a dozen. Like, screenshot the site if you need to. When you upload your invoice, you can actually make it a couple pages. So it could be like your PDF and then another page has the photos if you have multiple photos. So this is not asking me for photos, but sometimes it will ask you for photos. And then you would put your email and all that and just hit submit. That is really it. Now you are off to the races and waiting on Amazon to approve. Another question I'm asked is if I guarantee Ungating. I wish I could guarantee you. I don't hold the cards. I'm telling you how to do it, but ultimately Amazon is the one approving you, and everyone's seller account is different. I've not had anyone not get approved. I can say that, but as far as guaranteeing it, unfortunately I can't. Once you go ahead and submit your approval, you don't actually have to sell the item if you don't want to. Most of the time you're taking a loss because you just have to get the item and get approved, because what you want to do is be able to go find this stuff for cheaper at retail arbitrage, but sometimes you have to pay a little more to get Ungated, and I'm telling you, it is so worth it. I have members of the group saying like they went out sourcing right after getting Ungated in just one of the areas, like grocery or topical, and already it paid for itself. So it is highly valuable and really worth it if you are making a go at this Amazon selling business. If you get denied, just submit it again. Just keep trying. If they told you what they denied you for, make sure you address those issues. If you're like, I did all that, just submit it again, keep trying. Again, I made my guides for Ungating affordable for new sellers because I know how important it is and I know how limited your funds are. I'm telling you, it is so worth it. In the guides, I walk you through everything you need, how to set up the account, how to look for the items on the website, how to search for them on Amazon, how to make sure you have everything ready to go before you ever place your order, because I don't want you wasting money. I just want you to get it all right. So it's all in the guides, walking you through step by step, all the mistakes I've made and I've seen others make so that you don't have to make them. You can get approved on your first try. And if you didn't get approved and you did everything right, just keep submitting. The guides also come with Facebook groups. They are free with the guide, so you can talk to other sellers who are going through the process. If you have questions, I'm in there and they are all in there helping you, so you can get quick answers to your questions and really make a go of this. I am so honored that I've actually helped hundreds of sellers get Ungated, and it means the world to me because I love helping new sellers and I love hearing about all their successes. So if you have a success story, please let me know. I'd be happy to share it. I love to share your guys' stories. I just really love selling on Amazon, so I hope this encourages you to get out there and do it and answers any questions that you might have had. As always, I'm here to help. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great week and happy sourcing.